think that the hesitation you're feeling when you see a cute girl is only affecting your dating life, then you're gonna be in for a surprise. Because what if I told you that the fear of rejection and the social pressure that you feel when you want to talk with her has nothing to do with her or the people around you, but it has everything to do with you. In this video, you're gonna learn a simple mindset shift that's not only going to change your dating life, but also your confidence, your emotional well-being, and how you can improve the world. So I've been reading this book called Healing the Shame That Binds You by John Bradshaw lately, and when I say been reading it, I mean I've been studying it for the last 6 months. It's a fucking masterpiece. And there is a concept in this book which is called perfectionism. I'm sure that you are very familiar with it already. And perfectionism is when anything is below 100%. And that it's unacceptable. And in theory, you know, this is very ambitious, but it doesn't work in reality because we are human. We are making mistakes. But when you're trying to be 100%, then every mistake that you make is unacceptable. And because you're a human being that makes mistakes, then you are unacceptable. But is that really true? Here's a quick test for you. So imagine that you mess up something. For example, you have a deadline at work and you don't reach it. How do you respond? Do you A, say, oh well, I did my best, well, let's make the best out of the situation, or do you B, beat yourself up over it? I'm pretty sure that you said B, and yeah, and I'm also pretty sure that you actually enjoy beating yourself up. Because by beating yourself up, you can say, well, I did not reach this 100% standard that I set for myself, so therefore I'm beating myself up. It's kind of funny because it's true, but it's also really sad. And at this point, you might be asking, like, why are we not talking about dating? Well, this is going to go so deep that when we get out of this rabbit hole together, and trust me, we will, you're gonna see how your dating life is transforming because of it. Because what we're about to talk about is no typical dating advice. It's not this like, go approach more, or go and say this, because in reality, you don't have a problem with dating. Not at all. Despite what you might think, your problem is that you either feel really good about yourself or you feel horrible about yourself. It's this either or. There's never this moment where you're just feeling enough. And the reason for this is that you're constantly comparing yourself. It's always better than or worse than. And here comes the problem, because there's always this moment where you're either trying to be seen, like, hey, I'm doing really well, see me everyone, or you're like, oh, I want to hide, I don't want to be seen. And energetically, we could say that you are vibrating between pride and shame. And these two, from my experience, are the two sides of the same coin. And when you look at the map of the consciousness, then you will quickly learn that they are both part of the same destructive energy. You know what? Let's do a quick 60-second map of consciousness exploration. So I'll pull this up, zoop. So now you can see the map of consciousness. And if you believe in universe, God, nature, or even Big Bang, then we can say that everything came from one place, meaning we're all part of that one. And then became 2, and 2 became 100, and so on. So to explain the map of consciousness, let's start with the first 2. And we can call them love and fear. So one energy is giving to life, and it's empowering. And the other one is a more destructive one. It's taking. And the line that divides these two starts at courage. And the word courage comes from the Latin word cur, which means from the heart. So we can say that when you are expressing yourself from the heart, your action is empowering. And this is, by the way, a great way to know if the action you want to take is a positive one or not. So an example here is you're out and you are speaking with your friend, and then you see a really cute girl and you really want to talk with her. You feel like from your heart that, wow, this is something that I want to do, and you feel afraid, but you want to do it. Then if you are expressing yourself from your courage, then you know that this will be a positive experience for everyone. It will be a good, empowering moment for life, no matter if in the short term maybe your friend's like, oh wow, he's going off talking with this girl. It's going to be beneficial for everyone, to the one, you could say. So that's how it can help you make decisions. And when we look at the map of consciousness here, and in the destructive part, we find both pride and shame. And as you can see, they are both at the top and the bottom of this scale, of the destructive part of the scale. And in between, we have guilt, fear, grief, desire, and anger, which are also these destructive energies, but we're not going to go deep into this. And it's very important to note that none of these are bad. Remember, they're all part of the one. It's just that they are vibrating at a lower frequency, which doesn't feel so good, and is more likely to repel others who vibrate at a higher frequency. All right, that's it. Okay, now, so when you're stuck in perfectionism, you're either feeling prideful, meaning, yeah, I reached it, I'm so good, and you feel shameful when you don't reach, for example, the deadline. Oh no, I'm bad. And therefore, you're going to be resisting one of them while you're going to crave the other. And this creates an attraction between the poles. So you start to go back and forth between them, and it's exhausting. And not only is it exhausting, it's very difficult to meet cute girls if you're constantly judging yourself for being good enough when you're doing it, or you're not good enough for not doing it. And because you're so attached to the being good enough and feeling good about it, then you really start to chase this validation. And now when you're chasing this validation of I need to be good enough, I need to have this perfect result, this perfect interaction, this perfect approach, then you become needy, you become looking for something from the girl. Instead of you going up to her and being like, hey, like giving something, you go up to her and you're like, hey, like you want something. Can you feel the difference? And then you become needy. You're like, you really need this. You need this to go a certain way. And when you need something, if there's anything we know about neediness, is that it's very unattractive. By the way, man, if you have not subscribed yet, then join my journey. Like, join our journey. You become a part of this community. Hit the subscription button, and we're going to have a lot of fun on this journey. So, to overcome this challenge, we're going to do a very special dating technique. A very special dating technique, and it's called being normal. Yeah, that's it. Being normal. See, all the things that you think you need to do, they are overcompensation. So when you think you need to deliver this line, you need to do this and that, it's all overcompensating for what? well, that's something you have to answer. But if you think that's looks, then it's too shallow. Because of course, by maximizing your looks, you could go up a point in your attraction. But instead, let's go deeper and let's double or triple your attraction points instead. Before we continue, there is one really important thing that we have to mention, because the way that you do one thing is the way that you do everything. And let's repeat it. The way that you do one thing is the way you do everything. And it's so important to take this with us, because if you are not all in into this transformation, then when it gets hard, you're just going to fall back on your old escapism habits. Continue. And how do you now integrate and implement this being normal technique? It's by stopping to win, or it's by stopping to trying to win at dating, and instead just show fully up. Because today, when you're interacting with a girl, you're trying to win the interaction, you're trying to win her. But dating is not about competition, especially not between you and the girl. Maybe amongst you and other guys, we can argue for that. But between you and the girl, there's no competition, there is a connection. When you stop to chase perfection and instead you start being present, then something shifts. Because now you stop to overthink. You let go of the need for validation, and you will naturally attract girls because your energy is now, it's more loose, it's more grounded. It's not so tense. There's not so much pressure to perform. And therefore, girls become naturally attracted to you. So how do you fix this? How do you do this in actuality? Well, you do this by stopping trying to be 100%. Stopping trying to wait until you're perfect, and instead just be enough right now. And I know, this is like, be enough right now. Well, it sounds good on paper, but how do you do this? Well, we're gonna do this with a very practical shift, and we're gonna do that, and as we do it, we're gonna break your perfectionism, and the way we do it is with the 80% rule. So instead of thinking that you need to be 100% to approach her, let 80% be enough. And what this means is that you're gonna just show up at 80% and that's enough. And that frees you from a lot of the pressure and the hesitation and of course the impossible standards that you have set for yourself. So here's your homework. The next time you see a cute girl and you feel like, ooh, I need to be ready, then be okay with being ready right now. Be okay with the approach being messy. Be okay with however the moment is. And before your brain has time to say, am I good enough? Is she good enough? Is the moment good enough? You just go, and however it goes, you express yourself from courage. And you know, man, if you are afraid, you're on the right way. So you don't need any new techniques and nothing new for your dating. You only need to remove that which is blocking you. And this is exactly what I am doing in my free newsletter. And you can join for free if you're not already. I share insights, making your dating life fun and easy. And join now in the link down below. I'm going to send you some of the tools that I use for my dating and for my self-discovery. Ciao.